There are three main harsh lessons that I've had to learn. The first is turnover or revenue does not equal profit, nor does it equal cash flow, positive cash flow. And I think I learned this in the harshest way possible when one of my businesses failed. And it's actually something that I still struggle to talk publicly about. I've only recently started talking publicly about it. We were a new business in the food industry in a very new space. And it was back in 2016. And our turnover went from 0 to R1 million within less than 6 months. It looks very shiny and beautiful and successful, right? But our margins were minuscule. And because our margins just continued to dwindle because of a very cutthroat supply chain, it was unsustainable and the business failed. So never look at that kind of that revenue or turnover as this beautiful, sparkly number and go, yeah, we're doing good. You have to peel away all of your cost of sales, your OPEX, your tax, until you get to the real number. The second harsh lesson that I learned was you have to spend money to make money. And this is going to sound so naive because I was so young, but the first big expense that I incurred with my first business was outsourcing my accounting and my books. It sounds so obvious now, of course, but at the time it felt monumental. I had lost track of who owed me money, and my bank balance wasn't looking very healthy, and I panicked about it. And the thought of now outsourcing this, I think it was not only an expense, but that feeling of letting go, that lack of control that I'd have by handing something over to somebody else. But we have to remember that we can't do it all. I'm not a CA. Most entrepreneurs aren't CAs. We're agency owners, we're butchers, we're plumbers, we're lawyers. We don't know how to necessarily balance our books. Yes, you need to have an overarching insight into that, but we can't do it all. We are not our businesses, and we have to remember that there are people out there way smarter than us. And then the third harsh lesson was get everything in writing. I've learned this the hard way with business partners before, and it's something that could save you a lot of pain and discomfort and hurt. So when it comes to client agreements, employee contracts, lease agreements, just get it all in writing. You have to lead the ship from the front. Let the people who row, row, while you lead and direct the ship.